Hi there, let's talk about the gravitational potential energy today. Gravitational potential energy equal the mass times the height times the gravitational field strength, as it says on the left-hand side. That's the gravitational field strength on Earth. If we got any other planet, then they have their own gravitational field strength. Before we move on to the questions, we should talk about the unit. The unit of the mass is kilogram. The unit of the height is meter. And the unit of gravitational potential energy, it's joules. And then let's move on to the question. So question 1, it says, a boy has a mass of 55 kilogram. He climbed 12 meters up a tree. What is his gain in gravitational potential energy? According to the equation, gravitational potential energy equal the mass is 55, the height is 12, and the gravitational field strength is 9.8, which would equal to 6,468 joules. Let's move on to question 2. It says a 5 kilogram box is lifted to a height of 4 meters. We know the mass, we know the height. What is the gravitational potential energy? Same thing as before. Gravitational potential energy equal to the mass times the height times the gravitational field strength, which would equal to 196 joules. And then let's move on to question 3. An object of a mass of 8 kilogram is at a height of 6 meters above the ground. Could you calculate the gravitational potential energy? Let's write out the equation. Gravitational potential energy equal to 8 is the mass, times 6 is the height, times 9.8, that's the gravitational field strength, which would give us the final answer of 470.4 joules. Alright, let's move on to question 4. A rock has a gravitational potential energy of 120 joules at a height of 8 meters. What is the mass? It seems like that we need to rearrange the equation a bit. Okay, why don't we start with the energy again? The gravitational potential energy, 120 joules, equal to, the mass is what we don't know, the height is 8 meters, and the gravitational field strength is 9.8. So if we were to rearrange the equation, the mass equal to 120 divided by 8 divided by 9.8, which would equal to 1.53 kilograms. And then let's move on to question 5. A suitcase is lifted to a height of 5 meters, and the gravitational potential energy is 245 joules. In this case, we know the energy, we know the height, but we don't know the mass. Again, some more rearrangement to do. 245 joules equal to the mass, which we don't know, times the height, which is 5, times the gravitational field strength. When we rearrange the equation, I think we'll be able to get mass equals to 5 kilogram. Okay, and then let's move on to question 6. A mass of 4 kilogram has a gravitational potential energy of 240 joules. What is the height it was lifted to? Let's write the energy, 240, which equals to the mass, times the height, which we don't really know, times the gravitational field strength. When we rearrange the equation, we'll be able to get the height equal to 6.12 meters. For question 7, it says, if a box has a gravitational potential energy of 90 joules at a height of 6 meters, what is the mass? 90 joules, that's the gravitational potential energy. The mass is what we don't know, the height is 6, and the gravitational field strength is 9.8. To rearrange the equation, we'll be able to get the mass equals to 1.53 kilograms. And then let's move on to the last question. If a rock with a mass of 3 kilograms falls from a height of 10 meters, what is the gravitational potential energy at the top? Well, if it's at the top, at that moment, they got the height of 10 meters, we are going to use the same equation. Gravitational potential energy equal the mass times the height times the gravitational field strength, which would equal to 294 joules. Okay, I think that's pretty much it for this part of the questions. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.